Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Star Wars Galaxy Yeti coming to you with a news update. We've got a big announcement coming from CG. It's the Galactic Conquest. I'm going to be reading it here first with you. So why don't we go have a look at that? All right. So here we go. We've got the Galactic Conquest Game Mode. I'm assuming they're going to have a little video here. Cool, you can trade these here. The trailer looks pretty cool. It does look like that thing out of... I don't play Marvel Strike Force, but it looks like that that weird thing they have in there. I saw somebody stream it once. So let's go and have a look at this here. We got some additional details. Conquest Exhibition. Kick things off, we're going to launch as exhibition events. Yeah, first two events, potentially more is needed. Deep intricate mode, lots of turning knobs and levers. Playtesting the feature last few months is a good spot. They'll make adjustments to it, like galactic challenges with cadence, difficulty, feats, rewards, etc. Assess performance data on that and make decisions there. Taper out, yeah. Said their tentative plan is to the Conquest events that will run once per month as a 2-week event with approximately 2 weeks off between. The initial exhibition period will be running the initial events back to back with the short period in between to gather data more quickly. Cool. Okay, so they say that they're going to have extra rewards coming for us during this testing phase because this will be like what we'd expect to get bi-monthly, except we're going to get it more often than that. Currently it's 2 weeks. Frequency once per month starting on the first of the month. There's energy cost per node, energy refresh rate, stamina refresh rate, difficulty tuning, and rewards. Built with a tremendous amount of flexibility, create new types of events, new modifiers, feats, bosses, more exclusive reward units, etc. Normal versus hard mode and difficulty tuning. With 2 difficulty levels, normal and hard, all players must complete the event on normal difficulty before moving on to hard. You might be asking, why do I have to complete normal first? It's a complicated new system. May take some time for players to figure out how to manage the strategy and resources. We don't want players committing to hard, then getting stuck right away, not being able to play for the next 2 weeks. Yeah, fair. Conquest does feature a scaling difficulty curve, so players will peak out at different points throughout the course of an event. Then you make more progress. You continue to invest in your collection, improve the strategy from event to event. Depend on your collection. Many players will reach certain point of furthest progress during normal without being able to complete the entire event. Not everyone is expected to complete the entirety of the event right out of the gate. This is an event you will continue to make progress in over time. Okay, so this is definitely going to be fucking hard. One of the considerations is deciding how much information to expose before we commit to a difficulty level, how much time you have to spend trying to assess. You'll be able to tap the info button in the sector list to view the boss battle squad, as well as some high-level information about the enemies you'll face in that sector. Okay. I mean, obviously I'd like to have more information, but fair. They definitely seem to want us to be struggling on this a little bit. Data is subject to change prior to release. Currently tuning the difficulty levels, gears, relic tiers, additional stats. Take into account the data discs that you can get and put on your characters. Normal, they recommend 2 million. And Sector 5 will be Relic 3. Okay, so it'll be starting at G12 and working its way up to Relic 3 in terms of difficulty. Hard level is recommended 5 million GP, and it's going to start at Relic 4, and then by Relic 5 you're going to be facing full Relic 8 teams, which is pretty nuts. Okay, so data disk consumables. New data disk system. I'm going to give you different bonuses throughout the event. They can be equipped depending on which ones you want to use with your squad, or swapped out for small amount of currency. Okay. I mean, these are kind of cool. This is going to add a really interesting variant to this. I'm fairly excited so far from what I see. This could be a lot of fun. Data disks are active for all future battles and conquests and are not used up. Okay. You can have a limit of data disks on at one time. Diamond icon at the bottom of each data represents number of capacity it'll take up, and it ranges from 1 to 4. So some of them are going to be... Okay, so these ones are going to take 2 data capacity. All right, so you get... Here it's showing you have 12. These take 2, which means you can have 6 of these. Provide some significant bonuses. Strategizing around their abilities will be important to your success. All right. Here's some that they show. There's some here with 4, so you'd only be able to use 3 of these at once. And there's some with 3s and 2s. Allied unit leader slot ability. All other allies called to assist. Ooh, that's pretty solid. At the start of each allied unit's turn, they inflict fear and plague on a random enemy. That's actually pretty cool too. Fear, 25 max health damage. If the enemy's below 50% health, they are instantly defeated. Holy shit, that's pretty sick. After an ally has gained 10 buffs, they gain massively overpowered effect for 1 turn, which cannot be copied, dispelled, or prevented. Next time this unit uses an ability during their turn, they also deal massive damage to a target enemy. That's pretty cool. I think that Dread is just OP. That's pretty cool. Perseverance. Leader's Resolve. I mean, these are... All in all, I'm not going to go through all these because that could take forever in a video, and we're not trying to do that. But they're for the entire event. So what they keep saying is they provide permanent bonuses to your squads for the entire event. There are 3 types of consumables: boosters, med packs, techs. 1 of each can be activated at a time and typically lasts for 2 to 4 battles. These consumables can be purchased with conquest currency, with crystals from the conquest store or scavenger store. Okay, so the discs last forever, essentially, for the duration of the event. So if you unlock it like day 1, it will last the entire time unless you replace it with other data disc. And here are the consumables last 2 to 4 battles. So max duration 2, max duration 4, and they give defensive penetration, use protection, etc. So there's some interesting things. They're giving us a lot of variants or whatever. Conquest currency has a cap of 3,500. So you're going to want to spend on these because you're not going to be able to hoard this conquest currency. They're making it very clear that's not going to be a thing. So data discs are reset after each event, yeah, but the conquest currency remains, so you can run it into the next one and use consumables right away if you need to. So yeah, that's it. I mean, that's a pretty solid thing. I'm fairly reasonably excited about this game mode. It's going to give us some more stuff to do, and you know, it could lead to some good rewards, and it looks kind of intriguing. Obviously, if they make it really ridiculously hard, then you know, that's going to be not great. But you know, I mean, Relic 7 teams and Relic 8 teams. The Relic 8 teams can probably be a problem at this point. But, you know, I mean, for the rest, we're used to dealing with this kind of stuff in GAC, depending on the modifiers and how that's going to play in, what modifiers are going to be available for the defensive teams. What they do is going to really tailor what you can use on it and, you know, kind of give you a look at, I would imagine, some different strategies and stuff. I would imagine there's going to be certain teams that do better in certain places. They wanted to stress that this is going to use your entire roster. So we're going to see how that comes out, see how it turns out. But all in all, this looks pretty damn cool, and I'm looking forward to it. I hope they drop it pretty soon because I'd really like to see I'd really like to see this fleshed, like, you know, in the flesh, basically. Because it does look like this could be like an engaging and fun area. If it's not, like, there's going to be some that are obviously going to be just RNG fuckfests, and we're just going to have to deal with it as is. But for the most part, I mean, I'm reasonably assured this will be kind of cool. With that in mind, guys, have a good one. Take care.